In the 50s, sci-fi and horror comics books ruled the newsstand. There was a lot of knockoffs, a lot of different brands, including different publishers doing several different of them. This one was Outer Space. It came out after the comic book code's crackdown, so it isn't as deep or as dark as the ones before 1954. But I wanted to get some guaranteed sci-fi space action, and that's what you get in Outer Space. Came out in 1958. Okay, 5 different tales. I'm going to give the rundown of all different ones. Actually, before you watch this review, I recommend either, if you're not going to watch it, or read the comic books on comicbookplus.com, Outer Space, issue number 18. Or you can just listen to me talk spoilers if you never plan on watching it ever. But, so the first one is called First on Mercury, is the title of it. And it's the group of scientific astronauts who go to explore the closest planet to the sun, which has been inactive for billions of years. It's about half the size of our own moon and has the same surface of our own moon. And what do they encounter? Of course, slithering beings, slithering monsters on the surface, even though it's like 300 degrees. And they quickly nickname them the Mercurians. You get no action throughout, and right when the action starts, the scientist is like, Sir, our ship is breaking down. We're gonna have to leave for repairs. And you think the action's gonna kick up, and then the head scientist was like, alright, let's pack up and go back and build a better spaceship so we can come back and research these things anymore. The end. What? Yeah, exactly. Then the second story is called The Old Robot. It's a futuristic, like, iRobot type of world. And this robot needs to get repairs. He's old, he's 300 years old, and the professor replaces him with a new one. And the new one's just hyper aggressive and bullies the old one, and so he ends up scrapping the new one and getting new parts for the old one. Terrible. Then the third story is called For Amusement Only. And I got a picture of this one. Basically, out of nowhere, vines start growing, all the plants start overgrowing on Earth, and we find out it's because this is like the queen of Zoba, and she's got Earth under her ray, and that's causing all the disaster. And then she decides at the last minute she wants to spare Earth and get a bigger planet. So where does she go? Mars. The end. The fourth story is called Assignment Treason. This is the actual deep one, the only deep one that they actually even show. And it's just basically about, on this distant planet, this guy's accused of treason, so he's like a space jock and he's hopping planets, and this couple end up saving Earth and saving the traitor, and the end. And you're like, okay, and there's a lot of extravagant characters in that one and different illustrations. That's good. That's a decent story. And then the final one, which is called Repair Stop. It's about these aliens that hover over Earth and they're like, oh, we need to make a stop and do some repairs in this atmosphere. And so they create their own cloud, and they happen to be over Texas, and this scientist, this weatherologist, this meteorologist is with his little student, and they're like, oh, we could really use some rain right now, and the cloud that they create, the aliens create, is a rainstorm, and it starts raining, and you're like, that's the end, and they peace out, and you're like, this is just terrible. They go really soft, really intended for kids, not dark, no action at all. They're just more children's, like, space stories, friendly stories. I give it a C- overall. This was JBM. Click on the channel for more comic book reviews. I'm out.